Halli, hallo, Hallöchen Leute und herzlich willkommen zu Let's Play Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. Ja, das letzte Mal haben wir Metal Gear Solid 4 durchgespielt und jetzt geht's weiter mit Ground Zeroes. Rein theoretisch würde jetzt erst Peace Walker kommen, aber ich habe ja schon Peace Walker vor MGS 4 gespielt. Ja, jetzt geht's weiter. Ich freue mich schon so sehr auf den 5. Teil, also auf The Phantom Pain. Das hier ist ja nur sozusagen ein kleines Zwischenspiel, sozusagen eine Demo. Gut, dann starten wir mal das Spiel. Ich nehme das Spiel in Full HD 60 FPS mal wieder auf, wie damals andere Teile. Also keine Metal Gear Teile, sondern andere Spiele. Wenn die Dateien zu groß werden, dann werde ich wieder nur in 30 aufnehmen. Egal, auf jeden Fall gibt es verdammt viel, was wir hier noch tun müssen. Zuerst Hintergrundinfo. Die Hintergrundinfo, wer Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker gesehen hat, weiß, was was geschehen ist. Ansonsten müsst ihr euch das halt jetzt durchlesen. Aber ich würde euch empfehlen, mein Let's Play Projekt also mein Peace Walker Projekt anzuschauen. Ja. Ah ja, ich erinnere mich noch gut an das Story. Oh yeah, wir haben den Peace Walker besiegt. Doch dann hat Paz uns verraten. Denn sie gehört zu Cypher. Sie arbeitet für Major Zero. Und Paz ist... Na doch, Paz... Ich erkläre das kurz. Auf jeden Fall... Also Paz hat unseren eigenen Metal Gear geklaut. Also Metal Gear Sieg. Wir haben Metal Gear Sieg besiegt. Metal Gear Sieg ist ins Wasser gefallen. Und Paz ist anscheinend an irgendeine CIA-Insel angespült worden und ist nun in der Gewalt der CIA oder weiß er sich. Und Chico, der kleine Spasti, ist hinterher gerannt. Yasupi. Und jetzt müssen wir beide retten. Kassetten. Also Kassetten haben wir relativ viele, die müssen wir uns alle anhören. Aber darauf freue ich mich, das gibt gute Informationen. Ja, wir nehmen natürlich diese Themen für unseren Hubschrauber. Das letzte Mal, als ich das Spiel gespielt habe, das war vor vielen, vielen Jahren. Und jetzt geht's weiter. Ja, Paz Tagebuch werden wir uns auch noch anhören. Musik, ja, können wir uns kurz mal hier anhören. Ja gut, das war's. Ja, hier Missions und Informationen. Paz Spionage Log, Big Boss and Mother Base. Oh ja, Paz hat uns so richtig verraten. Sie hat uns so richtig verraten. Aber egal. Dann hören wir uns mal die Missionssachen an. Oh Gott, so viel müssen wir uns anhören. Aber das erklärt uns alles, was nach Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker passiert. Also diese ganzen Nachrichten hier zeigen uns oder erklären uns, was gerade abgeht und so. Die hören wir uns jetzt mal an. Ja, ich würde sagen, die hören wir uns jetzt an. Die ganzen anderen Kassetten, also Paz Tagebuch, also hier Paz Tagebuch und halt die ganzen andere, also Paz Spionagelog, hören wir uns alles später an, nachdem wir die Hauptmission gemacht haben. Aber jetzt hören wir uns erstmal die ganzen, ja, Dinge an.
This is a one-man infiltration mission, boss. Equipment is the bare essentials. Anything else will be OSP. The target location is a prison camp on a US military base. Those Marines have the place locked down tight. Your only backup will be one extraction chopper. We can't send anything else.
You won't need to.
Again, this is infiltration, a sneaking mission. Your #1 priority is remaining undetected. Use discretion before engaging any guards you encounter. Be mindful of their sensory perceptions, sight, sound, smell, and pain. Fortunately, these atmospheric conditions will continue until dawn. That should provide you with some cover.
At least the weather's on my side. Your
mission objective is to rescue Chico and Paz. According to Chico, They're both being held at an old prison facility. Recon from the intel unit supports this, so it's safe to assume that's where they are. Once you've gotten them to the RV, call in the extraction chopper. I'll monitor the situation and offer guidance from here, but you'll be the one in the field. How you handle this mission is entirely up to you, boss. Snake, yesterday we received official communication from the IAEA. It says, it has come to our attention that your organization recently purchased nuclear fuel from Uzbekistan authorities. We request permission to inspect your facilities.
What a load of bullshit.
Yeah, they're after Metal Gear Zeke's nuclear warhead. I'm betting this is payback from Cypher after Paz's leak.
Using the UN.
There's no telling how much influence they have. But the IAEA can only do inspections in countries that are party to the NPT.
And we're not a country.
Exactly. We haven't signed a safeguards agreement with the IAEA over peaceful nuclear use, and we're not obligated to report any nuclear material we have, nor information about any nuclear facilities. The IAEA has no authority to inspect us.
But despite all that,
that nuke's our last line of defense. We don't want to announce we have it until the world is preparing to wipe us off the map. Until then, we let everyone think we're just a private army with conventional firepower.
what's Huey's take?
That the problem's how to hide the nuke in Metal Gear. But I gotta tell you, he was all for it.
I see. But there's no way we can have the IAEA poking around here.
So what do we do? Ignore them?
Send them an official letter of refusal. Say that we're a private organization and we've done nothing to attract this suspicion.
You got it.
We finished Zeke's waterproofing reinforcement yesterday. The day after tomorrow, we'll be done installing the main depth control tank, the compressed air tank, and the attitude control propeller pod.
Huey.
If the underwater test goes well, next week we'll try the 300-foot seabed depth.
Drop the act, Huey. How did we end up agreeing to the nuclear inspection?
Because after you sent that letter, I told them. After careful reconsideration, we agree to your request. And frankly, we should be inspected. This is our chance. If they come and go without discovering the nuke, we can tell the world we're clean. Of course, it's risky, and we'll have to make sure everything's perfect, but it'll be worth it.
Huey, can they do an inspection without going through the Board of Governors?
We contacted the IAEA's admin branch, and they said there's no record of us being brought up at any of the board's meetings.
I'd say probably a preliminary inspection to determine whether we should be referred to the board. So it's bound to be a small inspection team, and they won't be here that long. Don't worry, leave everything to me.
Has the media gotten wind of this?
Yeah, 2 major Western networks want to do stories on us. I planned on saying yes.
What? You want to broadcast this place to the world?
That's why I agreed to the inspection. This is a golden opportunity. We can use the media to prove to the world we don't have a nuke. Besides, even if we said no, it would just be delaying the inevitable.
Kaz, our hands are tied now. Start getting the place ready.
Thanks, boss.
Don't get the wrong idea. You've set it up so that any more changes of heart will arouse suspicion, that's all.
Zeke stays, but we'll have to move all other AFVs to shore. Any potential troublemakers can go with them for some mandatory R&R. Sound good, boss?
Just do it. About the inspection, what do we tell the men?
The truth. What else? The one thing we don't need to worry about is anyone here spilling the beans about Zeke.
Good point. What about the Sandinistas? There's still quite a few of them left on the base.
I hate to say it, but it won't look good having Soviet bloc personnel here. The problem is, moving a group that size in a hurry would look even worse.
At least Amanda's on assignment in Cuba. They'd recognize her. She should stay put for now.
All civilians save Huey will have to return to their countries.
Even your Parisian?
Of course, we'll get her whatever paper she needs. Dr. Strangelove's departure came at a perfect time. The less Zeke-related staff here, the better.
Wait, she left?
That's right. You were away on a mission. She left last week. There's nothing cooking in AI weapons research, and Zeke is complete. There was really no reason for her to hang around.
I'm surprised Huey let her go that easy.
Yeah, his crush on Strangelove was never much of a secret, huh? He followed her everywhere while Zeke was in development. Boy, would she get pissed. But he does have a lot on his mind right now. I've got bigger issues to deal with. That's what he said.
That's the spirit, Huey.
10 days ago, we got reports that Paz was still alive.
She survived.
She was rescued by Belizean fishermen who found her drifting in the Caribbean.
So what's the plan? Silence her before we're compromised?
No. I've got something else in mind. Our friends at Cypher suspect Paz could be a double agent. She's being held for interrogation at a camp on the southern tip of Cuba.
Black site. Nice. A slice of American pie on communist soil, and out of U.S. legal jurisdiction.
The upcoming inspection of Mother Base has to be connected somehow. The timing's too perfect.
The UN's nuclear inspection.
My guess is they're trying to corroborate Paz's leak.
We're an army without a nation.
Word of our capabilities gets out, and we'll have the whole world out to shut us down. Having an American private intelligence agency involved's bad news. Cypher's the ones who sent Paz to us in the first place.
She knows their true nature.
Right. Paz is our only link to Cypher. If she's still alive, we need her on our side. If not us, who else is gonna rescue that bitch?
When do we do it?
The inspection comes first. We'll deal with us afterwards.
Do the men know?
Word has started to spread. The information came from Cuba through Amanda. One of the base personnel used to belong to El Frente. I'll tell everyone we don't concern ourselves with the survival of enemy spies. We need them focused on the inspection. And if we get her back here and she isn't cooperative, there's still plenty of room for her in the ocean.
Works for me. What about Chico? He had a chance to stop Paz from hijacking Zeke and he blew it. He's carried that guilt ever since. Kid really did care about her.
Chico, it's hard to say how he'll react.
Have Amanda call him out to Cuba. He shouldn't be here right now.
Good idea. They haven't seen each other in a while. Little time with Big Sis and he'll forget all about you-know-who. What? Still no sign of Chico?
What's going on?
It's Amanda in Cuba. Our resupply package arrived, but Chico wasn't with it. Relax, Amanda. I'm sure he's just exploring Havana or something. First time in the big city. Could have gotten carried away.
Cos, wait. The boat Chico was on, did it stop anywhere before it got to Havana?
Yeah, it had to refuel at Santiago de Cuba. You don't think... Oh, shit. You gotta be kidding me. He does this now?
It's 60 miles from Santiago to the prison camp. Chico used to cross the mountains with the older Sandinistas like it was nothing. He'll make that in 3 days.
Still, even if he does find his way there...
You know how reckless he can be. Chico thinks we've abandoned Paz. That's why he's doing this.
We'll start by having the intel detachment in Cuba look for him. We can't let him be captured.
There's some cages to the east of a big building. East an old grassy facility. That's where we are. Help me, Snake.
It's a setup.
We have no choice.
Yeah, if Chico talks, he could blow the nuke cover up. We can't hold off until the inspection's over.
When can we be ready?
It'll take at least 16 hours to confirm the flight path and prep a bird. The intel unit has started reconning the area.
Sounds like I'll have to miss the inspection.
Boss, we'll just have to send someone else to get them out.
No. I'll go.
Yeah, Chico and Paz would only take orders from you anyway. And we can't go taking on those Marines at the base head on. It's gotta be off the radar, and it's gotta be you.
Hold down the fort, Cos.
Snake, you can forget about civil liberties where you're headed. God only knows what they'd do to you if you got caught. Do not let that happen. The Cubans leased the land to the U.S. as a gesture for helping them gain independence from Spain. The deal remains in effect until both countries agree to dissolve it, or the U.S. abandons the land. That's why America still operates the base even after La Revolucion. Problem is, it's leased land.
Meaning it isn't American soil, so the U.S. Constitution doesn't apply there. That allows them to withhold its civil rights protections.
Yeah, that's Uncle Sam's excuse. The area was originally only for detaining refugees from countries like Cuba and Haiti. But a few years ago, the CIA and its like started using it as a black site. Enemies of the state are renditioned there and subjected to extreme forms of interrogation. You can bet Cypher had a hand in that. As you'd expect, American and other Western human rights organizations aren't allowed anywhere near the place. What happens there disappears down the memory hole.
Who knows what they're doing to Chico and Paz?
I'd like to interrogate her ourselves. But if worst comes to worst, make sure she's dead. Chico, on the other hand, we have to bring back. Fast. He knows too much about us.
Cos?
The area is surrounded by mines placed by both the US and Cuba, making escape on foot impossible. You're heading into the Lion's Den, Snake. Don't take this one lightly. Come back in one piece.
Yeah.
So Leute, jetzt wissen wir, was wir tun müssen. Die anderen Kassetten hören wir uns alle später an, nachdem wir die Hauptmission abgeschlossen haben. So, dann beginnen wir mal ein neues Spiel. Auf normal, da ich kein, die anderen Teile habe ich alle auf schwer, also brutal oder auf extrem gespielt, weil ich sie in- und auswendig kenne. Fast in- und auswendig. Hat man ja bei dem Kampf gegen Vamp gesehen. Ich wusste, wie man ihn bekämpft, hab's aber trotzdem verkackt. Egal. Da ich das Spiel nicht so gut kenne, da ich es bis jetzt nur einmal durchgespielt habe, spiele ich auf normal. Ich glaube, bei The Phantom Pain kann man gar keine Schwierigkeitsstufe einstellen. Das fand ich so toll bei Peace Walker. Entweder man kann's oder man kann's nicht, weil da gab es dann auch immer diese Totenköpfe, die angezeigt haben, wie schwer die Mission ist. Aber egal. Los geht's. Die anderen Missionen hier sind alles so Nebenmissionen, die wir natürlich auch alle spielen werden, weil das wäre sonst Geldverschwendung, wenn ich jetzt nur die Hauptmission spielen würde und den Rest nicht. Ach, Big Boss sieht so cool aus. Okay, los geht's. Ah ja, wie ihr wahrscheinlich gesehen habt, habe ich die PlayStation-Steuerung, aber ich spiele nicht an der PlayStation, sondern am PC. Es war verdammt schwer, die PlayStation-Layout zu bekommen, denn man musste es so richtig kompliziert machen. Bei den anderen Spielen ist es meistens nur so, dass man einige Dateien austauschen muss, fertig. Aber hier musste ich irgendwie die Dateien auf komische Art und Weise entpacken, bearbeiten, wieder verpacken. Ja, egal. Auf jeden Fall, ich habe es geschafft, denn ich spiele am liebsten mit einem PS4-Controller oder allgemein mit PlayStation-Controller, weil finde ich persönlich einfach besser als die Xbox-Controller. Jetzt streiten sich die Leute natürlich wieder. Mir persönlich gefällt der Xbox-Controller nicht, weil der ist mir einfach zu klobig, zu groß. Ich mag auch den Layout von der PlayStation mehr als diese zwei, wie heißen die Tasten? Ach, diese zwei. Nicht analog, sondern digital. Ach, ihr wisst, was ich meine. Diese zwei Dinger sind halt unten. Egal, jetzt geht's los. Genug gelabert. Auf geht's. Ich habe keine Ahnung, wie oft ich verkacken werde. Denn wie schon gesagt, ich habe das Spiel seit Ewigkeiten nicht mehr gespielt. Ah ja, den Text hier könnt ihr euch wieder durchlesen. Ich kenne das alles. Ich glaube, da wird gerade erklärt, was Fox ist und was halt was bei Operation Snake Eater passiert ist. Egal, jetzt geht's los. Jetzt kommt erstmal voll das geile Intro.
She told us everything. Don't worry, I kept my word. She didn't suffer long. Here. You earned it. How's it feel to play the traitor? No more war games. You're a real man now, soldier. Give my regards to your boss when you get home.
Ach, ich liebe dieses Lied. Dieses Lied kommt auch nach Metal Gear Solid 4, also am Ende. Nur halt eine andere Version. Diese Version hier finde ich echt am geilsten. Einer meiner Lieblingslieder von Metal Gear.
Ten days ago, we got reports that Paz was still alive.
She survived.
She was rescued by a Belizean fisherman who found her drifting in the Caribbean.
So what's the plan? Silence her before we're compromised?
No. I've got something else in mind. Our friends at Cypher suspect Paz could be a double agent. She's being held for interrogation at a camp on the southern tip of Cuba.
Black site. Nice. A slice of American pie on communist soil, and out of U.S. legal jurisdiction.
The upcoming inspection of Mother Base has to be connected somehow. The timing's too perfect.
The UN's nuclear inspection.
My guess is they're trying to corroborate Paz's leak.
We're an army without a nation.
Word of our capabilities gets out, and we'll have the whole world out to shut us down. Having an American private intelligence agency involved's bad news. Cypher's the ones who sent Paz to us in the first place.
She knows their true nature.
Right. Paz is our only link to Cypher. If she's still alive, we need her on our side.
Trojan horse is in! This pirate crackdown's a go! Move!
So who's the other target?
That would be Chico. He's being held in the same area as Paz. Last radio contact was 40 hours ago. Find them both. Bring him back alive. Enter the compound from the south cliff. Secure Chico and Paz, then report back from the rendezvous point. We'll send a chopper from across the Cuban border. You should be back at Mother Base in time for lunch. You'll probably just miss our guests. The only catch is you go in solo. The politically sensitive nature of the mission means backup is not an option.
Fine. I like some alone time now and then. I'm in front of the prison camp.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
Kept you waiting, huh?